I don't know about you, but for me, the world seems to be telling me that I have to always strive to achieve and turn everything into, something to lead to something else. I mean, when you look at where we're put into schools so young, and then we're taught to just think of our future, and that everything is basic. Oh wow, everything is basically designed to, it's like a massive MLM. It is, because you are trained and programmed to go through all the education system. So if you go to university, like how much debt is that? And then the whole thing is like this tunnel vision training course to focus you on where your money's going to come from. That's your life. It's not like, there might be a snippet here and there like about happiness, but it's not. Your whole indoctrination of growth of life is literally you struggling, or like you need to make money. You need to have a career. You need to figure out what you're going to do. And it's never the now, like, how are you as a person? What are you passionate about? I mean, you might get a bit of that in school, but let's be honest, it's probably because they have to put it in there. Like, and I mean, all of this is judged around my perception lens, which is right. So if this information has been brought to you, you could think the same or opposite. But anyway, basically where I'm at now is these massive realizations that are all part of the journey, because without knowing these things, you get stuck in like this hamster wheel of stuff. And with the increase in the awareness and everything that's happening in the world, it's enabling us to be able to see these truths and then not fight against them. In my opinion, it's about flipping it around and using it to your advantage, because you are creating your reality. So basically, mindset is massive. So the mindset I'm using sort of loosely. I'm not using anything. I don't like rules. I don't even like recipes because they tell me what to do. So it's just like the Brian Scott is really good on YouTube, and he's got like a mantra, an affirmation he calls it, about money. And it's like, don't quote this, but large sums of money come easily to me, often in a loving and caring way that, hang on, I'll get it. Okay, so it's, I'm so happy and grateful, and sometimes he puts in there, God willing. So I'm so happy and grateful that large sums of money come to me easily and quickly from multiple sources on a continuous basis for the best interest of all, that I get to keep, give, spend, invest, and circulate joyously. So I totally get it. I listened to, he just released a talk yesterday, actually, if you wanted to check it out, but about breaking that sentence down and realizing the importance of what we say. So the universe works on vibration. And so it's not just about, the reason why I have this in mind. So affirmations are one thing, but from my experience, you really need to live it, like own it, like be in it. And so have the mindset. So I completely understand and get what he's saying, because that's the mindset you want. I'm so happy and grateful because it's already happened. It's already happened. You're already happy and grateful. And then be really specific about, you want multiple incomes on a continual basis that you get to do whatever you want with, and that it's in the best interest of all. And this is a big thing. What's kind of brought me onto this realization about the schooling is because if you picture how MLM, if you've ever been in an MLM, if you don't know what an MLM is, look it up, but it's multi-level marketing, which means there's someone at the top that's benefiting from everyone underneath. And so basically when you go through the schooling system, it's like the tax man or the government is the person at the top. And so they have created this system for you to, so when you're in an MLM, all of a sudden, all your friends and family are like target market. They turn from friends and family into dollar signs. And so if we were to view the world as a whole MLM, and that we are trained to climb on top of everyone to get to this top, which you can't because it's the government or like the elite or whatever, that means everyone around us and every avenue around us turns into our target audience. So for instance, it's like, you know, depending on where you go, it's always about making money. It's always about furthering your career. It's all about what can I get or how can I get it? And you spend your whole life in this like freaking hamster wheel, like I said before, and all you're doing is feeding the point of the top of the MLM, which is the government or the elite. So what they don't want us to know is that we can create our reality. We can change our life purely by knowing it and believing it. And so that's basically what I'm doing. So I'm so happy and grateful that large sums of money do come to me easily and quickly from multiple sources on a continuous basis for the best interests of all, that I get to keep, spend, invest, circulate, and circulate joyously. So allowing it to flow in without control of where it's coming from, allowing it to appear through opportunity that you haven't slugged your ass on. And this is the biggest thing. Like, we think that it has to be hard. That's because we're programmed that way. We're programmed that way to convince us that it is hard, so that we don't go and support ourselves easily. Because otherwise, we become aware of this whole fake system. And that's why they don't like crypto as well, because they don't have control. There's no one at the top of the whole scheme. It's like lots of little schemes. But anyway, that's another conversation. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So it's like affirmation, mantra, yes, if those words work for you, but it's you know, mindset, they're all interchangeable, but it's really living it, breathing it. As in, you can already see it, like, and it doesn't have to be massive. I might do a separate video just on this because I like to rant, if you haven't noticed. Yeah. And so that's beautiful. That's where I'm at now. And there's already opportunities happening because it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. And that's the thing. That's a big one. That's a big belief that we need to shift, that it's got to be hard, or that we have to control how it happens, because we don't. And living and breathing that realization in itself changes your life, because you don't have to control how it's going to happen. And like, every part of me is like, don't say that. You know, a funny story, which is off topic, but, you know, related, is that my husband used to work away, and it's like fly in, fly out, fly in 4 weeks of work and come back and have a week off. And he just used to chill on the couch for that week off. And his family used to say to him, you're never going to find a wife or a girlfriend by sitting on the couch. Well, I actually came and knocked on the door because I needed a place to live and he needed a flatmate. So it literally can happen like that. Because when you release control over how you are planning, so we just need to throw planning out the window, how you are planning something to happen, that's when you're blocking it from happening. Because the universe has way more exciting ways that it can deliver things to you. And if you're tunnel visioning something, then you're blocking all these other avenues because that's all you're seeing. So expand and open and look around going, aha, there's opportunities everywhere. And it all comes to me easily. I don't need to try and control it. I don't need to make it happen. It's just happening for me everywhere I look. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. That's me for today.